Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, barn wood, there's a lot less of it. So we're getting there. A little bit at a time. I'd say, I don't know, maybe 20% left. I don't know, maybe 30. Just there's a lot to still clean up. The goal is to get all the wood burnt today and maybe fill the hole in with stuff, but we have to take the roof off that other building too. So as you can see, the wood burnt down to a pretty good bit. Looks like I need to come in here and stir around, but the wood's pretty much gone. All that's left is a little bit of metal, so probably just needs stirred down in here. It's still smoking and heating, so it's gonna light up right away. So probably come around the side here, stir this up real quick, and then I'll start putting wood on it again. So I'm gonna get the excavator warming up and we'll get started and start putting wood in. Well, getting down to the last little bit. He's throwing some stuff in off the edge. That little bit, I'm gonna have to rip out all this concrete here. So trying to get as much cleaned up first before I have to do more concrete removal. Still have to clean all this up. Fire is going good. I probably got this side of the hole, about half the hole, probably almost to the top of the dirt. So I'm gonna let it burn down. I'm gonna get the skid steer, go around, and I'm gonna get my gloves and help him whatever he's got left. So I'll catch up with you guys here in a bit once I get a little closer to getting all the wood cleaned up. Hey guys, thanks for following along. Right here we are cleaning up the rest of the little debris that's around. I'm using the excavator, pulling a little bit out of the corner right there, as you guys can see, and I'm getting all this small stuff picked up that takes a while. So Foxy came to help on this job. It was a huge help that he came. He's running the skid steer here, and we're getting all this little small debris picked up and get it put in the fire. We don't really want to have too much of this stuff mixed in with the concrete, as we talked about before in many parts of this video. Just trying to reduce the amount of stuff that we put down in the ravine. We want to only put mostly concrete, so we're discussing our plan here. I'm actually going to go around over here out of screen and pick up a few things that's kind of over here in this area where he can't get on that concrete pad from. So there's a little wall there, so he's doing that. And then here we're starting to pick up all the stuff by hand. Now when I track with the track hoe to the fire, I put every single time I carried it in the same spot, so that's why you see that path of debris basically on the same side of my little dirt path I built over there to the burn pile. So we're picking all this up by hand, putting the skid steer bucket, taking it to the fire, getting that all cleaned up. It makes a project come together when you start getting all this cleaned up and all the wood debris gone. I mean, it just makes it look so nice. So this is the last day here of us really burning stuff, so we're trying to get this picked up, and then we're going to tear down the other shed here in a minute. So most of the stuff will be in the fire by the end. I think the next day, which isn't in this video, you guys will see in a future video, there was a little bit that we added to it, but all in all it turned out fantastic here. But we're just picking all this up, and I'll let you guys stick with us and watch the rest of this video. As you saw, we got a lot of this picked up where I went through. He's gonna come back up here. We got stuff to pick up here, and probably more he can scrape up with the skid steer. The fire's burning good. We had to stir it with all the last bit of the stuff we were putting in the fire up there. It had a lot of dirt with it, slash like broken down wood that had moisture. Man, wind's blowing right towards us, all the heat. But our fire's burning well. We had to kind of restart it because of that. Not necessarily, we just had to stir it really well. So I'm gonna help him. We got to pick up all the rest of this stuff up. You see there's a concrete lip here, so it's hard to clean up, and a lot of that stuff up there, we'll clean it up the best we can, but a lot of that stuff's just gonna stay because it's just gonna go where the concrete goes, because it's too hard to clean up. It just doesn't make sense to spend all our time picking up by hand when all this has got to be ripped up and hauled down there. So we're just trying to get the most of it so that the least amount of material has to go. We got to rip the roof off over there, so I'm gonna knock the walls off over there and this wall off so my tail swing doesn't hit as I work, and then we're gonna try to keep it intact the best we can and take it back over to the fire pit. At least that's the plan at the moment, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Well, we got this wall down. This concrete for the floor is not very thick, so it really isn't going to be that much, but this whole building's got block and everything, so I'm going to see if I can get you guys set up. Hey guys, I'm back. So we're here to take down this building. So this one got interested, so I'm going to kind of explain what's going on here, because I want you guys to understand what's going on here. So when I first started tearing down this building right here, I'm trying to get this electrical line kind of unplugged so it's not attached to the actual roof section. But I'm actually going to start trying to tear down the roof, because the roof is all wood, and keep the block as separate as much as I can. But as you guys will see here in a little bit, that didn't work out so well. So I've tearing down this whole building, and in this building there is another wall in there that's block. It's hard to see, but it's in there. And then you got all the four walls around the outside. So I was trying to just cram all of the wood stuff in this back bay, basically back there where I'm tearing down the wall now, so closest to the fire. So then I could just track and grab all the stuff and track it right to the fire. And I wanted to keep all the wood condensed inside the building as much as I can. And so that was the plan, but the plan did not work. So as you can see here, I went around the back side. Well, as I was tearing down the building, the walls were so unstable that as soon as I took the roof off, I mean, the block walls just fell right in. So I'm back there, the whole wall fell backwards. Luckily, it didn't crush anything. It just fell over because there was nothing near the backside of the building. So I pushed in those walls, and now I've got me a scoop of that wood debris, and I'm taking it over there to the fire. So that was kind of my thought process, but then I realized, if the walls are just going to fall in, we just need to kind of mix the material together and get it pushed in, because I don't want the debris field to be spread everywhere. So this is me here again going back to trying to tear off the roof, and I'm going to just kind of collapse the walls in as we go, because I don't want the debris field to go everywhere. So that's the plan. That's what I'm trying to do. Foxy's going to come up here in a minute with the skid steer. He's going to start picking up some of the block that fell off on behind the building, and he's going to take it around here and dump it, so that way it's in an area where I can pick it up to load in the truck when we bring it over to haul to the ditch, which you guys haven't seen yet, so that'll be another clue into what is going to happen in an upcoming video. If you follow a Facebook page, you would have already saw it, and I think there might even be a YouTube short of it, so kind of a sneak peek. But you're going to see here where he's cleaning that up. I'm knocking this wall in. Now you can maybe see in there that there's another wall, kind of right where my bucket just was. But basically, I'm just trying to, again, rip the roof down, separate as much as I can to keep it separate, but also get the building down without bricks falling out everywhere. So I'm going to keep working my way around the building and knocking that stuff in. And that's kind of the plan. I mean, that's what we got to do, get the building down and then start cleaning it all up. So as you can see right now, I'm going back there. I'm going to help him pick up more of that block using the excavator bucket. And then right here, I got to push the thing down and the dang wall hits it and knocks more block outside. So things happen. It's not a big deal. It's not easy. It's not a big deal to clean up or anything, but I just like to try to keep everything as condensed as I can. So you guys that stuck around, I appreciate it, and continue watching. More to come. All right, guys, well, got the building down. Got some of the stuff hauled over there to the fire to burn. We got this little building right here that he wants to put in the fire. And we mostly got everything cleaned up. I just sat that there, so, because I just don't know why really, but I did, and I'm not picking it up now, so. I'm gonna get the skid steer, get the forks. That's what we're gonna leave the building is for now, like that probably. May take some of the block and put it back up on that pad, we'll see. But all this concrete and all that block, it's going down there to the ravine, so we'll have that at a later date. Probably be a separate video. But we are basically gonna get this shed, so I don't know, maybe Foxy will record some for us of exactly what goes on with this little shed here, but that's pretty much the plan. That's how it's going, so should be done for the day here in a little bit. And I'm not sure what we're doing, but this is looking nice and pretty much down to the concrete and a little bit of wood and a little bit of stuff left, and that's just part of it, and that all get put in the ravine with the rest of the stuff. So we got a little bit of scrap there, so that's what's all happening. So I'm gonna get the forks on and he's waiting on me. That way. And the building's gone, by the way, guys. That was what, 5 minutes? How much shit did you end up bringing over? How much dirt?
Probably 4 or 5, maybe 5 or more.
Oh yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Alright guys, well, I got you a flamethrower for a minute. Just got done stirring the pile again and picking some more stuff out of the building over there that was wood to burn. I'm gonna say I got most of the wood, most of everything basically now. There's just a hair bit of straw left. The straw won't burn. It's been soaked and wet, and it killed my fire. Actually, I had a good little fire going. Started carrying that stuff over and putting it in there thinking, oh, that'll be a good thing to put in there, and it killed my fire. I'll pick up these few things while I'm walking through here. One less thing I have to pick up later. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it. There's a pit in the bottom of this. I'll see if I can get over here, show you. There's a pit. This is old milking parlor. So in the old parlor, there's a hole in the floor with concrete. That's where a lot of that straw was. Stuff, not sure why it's there. As you can see, they stood down there to milk cattle. Right down there, there's I don't know what that is. 20 feet long maybe at the most, probably more like 15 to... Anyway, so I picked through most of the wood and stuff. There's still wood and stuff in certain places and stuff it's really hard to sort out. So we'll probably sort some stuff out by hand when we actually start hauling the block away. And when we start hauling block away and this concrete and stuff, you know, there's going to be some wood. Nothing we can do about it. So just trying to minimize what goes in the ravine. We want it to be mostly concrete because we don't really want anything but concrete. So you're not going to have it perfectly clean though, so that's just the way it goes. So we'll let that fire burn. Probably not even going to come back. Probably not even going to worry about the fire. It's probably going to burn for days. Just sit there and burn.